It's week 12 of the 2022 season, and we've got the Vikings' rangy quarterback, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Vikings and the Pats under the lights on Thursday night.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Patriots. They think they can run the football in this one, but there's a group on the other sideline that thinks otherwise.
Yeah, it's always intriguing when you pit an offense against a defense. This seems like they can cancel each other out. We've got a top 5 rushing offense against a top 5 defense. So a lot of times it comes down to execution and maybe a little bit of that what coaches call 1-2.
Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by the NFL's Comeback Player of the Year in 2019, and that's Ryan Tannehill.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Tannehill now to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, once again from all of us at EA Sports, happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's had a fantastic day on the couch, belt unbuckled, feet up. This, of course, the nightcap to a great day of football here this Thanksgiving holiday 2022. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Tannehill. They'll get 34 yards there.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. To throw is Tannehill. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Tannehill dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill, open man. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. Leading them out, the 3rd-year player from Oklahoma by way of Alabama, Jalen Hurts.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
They go play action with Hurts. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. This defense for the Patriots, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
19 tight. Catch man. Ready.
Hurts. And incomplete here to break. That is the rookie couldn't haul it in. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And
It's Week 12 of the National Football League, and we've got the Vikings' athletic corner, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Vikings and the Patriots on Thursday night primetime.
as this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you take a look at the Patriots. They think they can run the football in this one, but there's a group on the other sideline that thinks otherwise.
Yeah, it's always intriguing when you pit an offense against a defense. This seems like they can cancel each other out. We've got a top 5 rushing offense against a top 5 defense. So a lot of times it comes down to execution and maybe a little bit of that what coaches call 1-2.
to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. Pulls it in at the 13. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. They'll be led out by the NFL's Comeback Player of the Year in 2019, and that's Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development, but he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Play action, it's Tannehill. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Third play in this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. Leading them out, the 3rd-year player from Oklahoma by way of Alabama, Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They start the drive with Cook. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 87 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Oh, looking for Waller, but it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. Chubb is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. A strong run there, boy, when he gets it, especially around the goal line like a bull in a china shop.
And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any china shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
What an asset around the goal line, a guy like that.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. 47 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. Boy, the word with Dalvin Cook is explosiveness. I'm not sure there's anybody in the league that has the acceleration that he does, and he put it to good effect there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
On first down, Hurts. This is caught. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
2nd and 1 from the 2. Up the middle, it's Cook. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Third down, here's a run by Cook. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 1 yard is the gain. And the Vikings are going to have it now, 1st and goal.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted.
Come on, come on. Hey, fix the evil, fix the evil.
They'll run here with Dillon. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Patriots 3-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? They'll run for it with Cook. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. All right, ball at the 1-yard line, 4th down. What do you say?
I say go, because if you can't get 1 yard, you what's the old adage? If I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win anyway. Tell your team it's that time. Who's going to get down into the trenches, grind it out, and make sure that ball gets in the end zone? Who's it going to be? Let's go do it.
They'll run for it. Cook. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And the Patriots get the football back. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That's good for 28 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Tannehill. And one more time, here's Kirk. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. A good pick. 22. From Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Tannehill. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb.
Man.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 5. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. They'll run with Chubb. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Tannehill. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Nick Chubb, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Patriots go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now out comes Minnesota. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has it.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. That pick 6 just a moment ago. Things went from bad to worse. Look up at the scoreboard now. Not looking good here. We'll see if they can put something together on this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts now, hoping to make up for that pick 6. He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cook up the gut.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 2nd and 9, Hurts. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. After the interception, here's Tannehill. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Herb Smith Jr., his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Patriots continue to pull away here in this 1st half.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the rout is on here in this 1st half.
Vikings, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Sets up to throw it. His throw incomplete. Well, once again, from all of us at EA Sports, happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's had a fantastic day on the couch, belt unbuckled, feet up. This, of course, the nightcap to a great day of football here this Thanksgiving holiday 2022.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill, middle of the field. He's got McLaurin.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon. Once again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody, as we'll run you through what's going on both today and later on this weekend. Good games all over the screen there, one being at MetLife Stadium. A big one for the Jets as they get set to play host to the Chicago Bears. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks. Good stuff to follow on the West Coast in the afternoon window. One being out in Las Vegas, where it will be the Raiders. And then finally, a Cyber Monday edition of Monday Night Football, as the final game of November is the Steelers and the Colts from Lucas Oil Stadium. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats for New England in that first half. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they did even less on the ground as they've struggled to get the run game going. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Throwing is Hurts. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Tackled at the 21-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
60 Maverick.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that...
Suck up for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception. navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And quickly, they get to the line.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Seven Pirates!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
There's Chris Olave.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Wilson's got it complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And now here is another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And trouble trying the middle here. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Let's go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Oh, he bowls over it. Room here to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season.
And the Patriots have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point put through by Succop, and it is 42-0.
I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done this way. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hurts. That's complete to Traylon Burks.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Play action. Here's Hurts. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Cook. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Pass incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down. That's the end.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 55 yards. And the Vikings are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Hurts will throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go up the middle with Chubb. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
He's brought down to the 31. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
107 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Garrett Wilson, the one he was looking for.
And it's 2nd down. Back to throw here.
He completes it to Olave.
And he'll get this one right out just shy of the 45-yard line.
On first down, Hurts.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that one almost intercepted. Boy, he's got 2 already, nearly a 3rd, but not to be, and it's 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Convert here on 4th. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
Holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Delay of game, offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And